Hey, good morning. Welcome back to McLovin Garage. On today's episode, we're going to get another project. Because 1, 2 in the garage, 3 in the shop aren't enough. You always got to have more projects, right? Right.
Yes.
Where are we going today, Hayden? What are we going to get?
A Suburban.
We're going to get a Suburban. That's right. It's a 1986 Chevrolet Suburban. It's been sitting, it's been last tagged in 22, been sitting probably a little longer than that. Sadly, the gentleman I'm buying it from, his father has some medical issues and not driving it, hasn't driven it for a while and needs to get it gone so they can sell some property and some other stuff. Anyway, we're going to go try to snag that and drive it home. It doesn't run very well. I went and looked at it yesterday. It's been sitting for a while. And I imagine between bad fuel and just sitting that the carburetor's in a bad state. You got to kind of keep your foot on the gas to keep it idling. It's 45 minutes from home, so we'll see if we can get it home those 45 minutes. See if it'll drive all the way back, and then we'll get it here and assess the situation and see what we're going to do with it. So it's an 86 half-ton, 2-wheel drive, barn doors. It does have air conditioning. I don't know if it works. It does have a tilt steering column, power locks, no power windows, no hitch, no trailer hitch, so it hasn't towed. It does have the 700 R4 overdrive automatic, which is fantastic. The gentleman I'm buying it from claims his dad got anywhere from 16 to 18 miles to the gallon with it on the highway. I don't doubt that. The overdrive's awesome, and yeah. We'll check it out. It does need a lot of TLC. It needs a lot of cleaning and some maintenance. So come along and we'll check this thing out. Here we are. 86 Chevy Suburban. Just paid the man, got the title. Boys are in the back already. I'll give you a walk around when we get home. What do you think, boys?
It's really nice.
What do you think, Finn? That's pretty cool, huh? So let's see if we can get it home. It's not running so great right now. Really needs a tune-up, but we're going to try to limp it home. It's about a 45-minute drive. All right, I haven't started it cold. Let's see what it does. Well, that wasn't so bad. Doesn't want to stay idling. Hey, it's got good oil pressure. Charging. Showing 54,808 on the odometer. Look at the old stereo. I don't know that I've seen one of these in a while. Wonder if it works. I don't think it does. Oh. Just did something. Well, we'll play with that later. Okay, it's running. Let's see what we get. Yeah, she doesn't run great. We'll try to get it figured out. Let's see if we can get her home, huh?
It's pretty quick.
I don't know if quick's the right word, but it's running. Kinda. Oh, there we go.
Now it's actually off. I thought you broke something. You know,
It's cool. It's got a tack down here.
It's got a tack?
Yep.
The idling's not the best.
No, it doesn't idle well. I bet the carburetor is just kind of junk.
Yeah. I bet it's pretty gummed up.
Oh, I killed it.
I bet you money it's pretty gummed up.
Yeah.
Is that the first thing you're going to fix?
Yep. It's gonna need a tune-up first, I think. We're gonna stop and get some fuel here in a second. gas station real quick and get a few gallons of petrol. See if that helps its attitude. I do like the way it sounds with the glass back. That can all be heard in the video, right?
Oh, yeah.
You're okay. I do like the glass pack exhaust though.
Yeah?
I think the fuel is on my side, or is it on the other side?
I don't know.
I think it might be on the other side. Okay, we put 40 bucks worth of fresh fuel in it. Oh, we got a car turning. Get out of the way. There we go. But yeah, 40 bucks worth of fresh fuel. It does not run great. It's going to be an interesting drive home. We're out on the highway now. It does have, it's a 305, which I thought it was a 350, but that's okay. And it does have the 700R4 overdrive automatic. So like right now, the gauge is showing about 55 and I'm running 1200 RPMs. He said they got about 18 miles to the gallon with it when they were driving it back and forth. They took it to Montana and took it to some other places and got 18 plus miles to the gallon with it. I believe that. It probably does about that if it's tuned up nice. But yeah, so far it's on old tires. It's got old tires on it. We're gonna see how it does. I'm losing headliner as we speak, right into my face, right into my eyes. That's glorious. Man, 1500 RPMs at 60 miles an hour. That's awesome. This is not awesome, but I don't want to roll up my window because I would like some fresh air. And yeah, we'll see how this goes. Gauges still look good. It's got good oil pressure. Oh my goodness, I'm just getting dumped on. Temp's good. 60 miles an hour. Fuel gauge is actually working. Got a little tack down here. We're 20 minutes into our drive. So far everything looks good. Oil pressure's still good. Charging, temp's good. We're running between 60 and 65. I'm worried about the tires. They're really old, most likely. They don't look too bad weather check, but you just never know with old rubber. We'll see. I'm not sure when they were bought. I'll have to check the date codes when I get home. But yeah, cruising right along. Finley's in the back. Aiden's over here.
And I'm becoming, with the wind, I'm becoming an Oompa Loompa.
Making progress.
I'm already tearing even more. Once you get on it, it's fine.
It's okay. Yeah, it covers over some hills. You guys both have your seatbelts on? Thank you. Okay, so rolling through town here, I'm having to feather the throttle and keep my foot on the brake when we get up to stoplights because it does not want to idle. It's missing a little bit. I imagine it needs plugs and wires. But yeah, we're just feathering it through town to try and get her back home. First thing on the agenda is clean it up. Second is massive tune-up. The carburetor, I'm guessing, needs to be rebuilt. So we got some work to do as far as that goes. I bet I won't get this light, even though I'd love to. Maybe I will. Oh, I got the light right on. I hope my wife makes it. Probably not. Did I lose her? Yep. My wife's following me. Thank you, Mama, for following and helping us get this old beast home. Really appreciate her help. She doesn't necessarily enjoy my enjoy my vehicle shenanigans. So anytime I can get her to help me out, it's appreciated. Hopefully she can catch up with us here on the highway. But yeah, so I'm having to feather the throttle this whole time to keep it running. The carburetor is in a bad way. I imagine it needs a tune-up real bad. The fuel that was in it is garbage. The ethanol fuel is just junk. So hopefully we can get it home. We're going through a school zone. Try not to get stopped and cited. I forget that I'm always at work on Monday, so I'm not usually off. I got a little extra day off this week. Oh yeah. Doesn't like to run, or doesn't like to idle. So the idle circuits on that carburetor are not good. But we're making it. What do you guys think about Suburbans? Put it down in the comments. I know what my boys think. Just because they've got room back there to hang out. There's so much room for activities in these old burbs. And the Squarebodies are awesome because there's so many of them out there. There's parts everywhere. They're a great rig. So looking forward to playing with this one and making it better. No, she got stuck at a light. There's so much crap blowing down from the headliner, the boys had to cover up back in the back. They're trying to keep all the headliner junk out of their eyes.
It's an all-out war back here.
It's a war back there. Woo! We are about 15 minutes from home. Truck's still running great. Well, no, it's not running great. It's running well enough to get home if I keep my foot in the throttle. Still charging. Still got good oil pressure. Temperature's awesome. Cruising at 65, which again is about 1,500 RPMs. We're just motoring along. Beautiful day in the Pacific Northwest. Getting close. We're into Corvallis, which is the town we live in. Couple more lights. Maybe you can hear it. It just does not want to idle at all. I'm guessing maybe there's a vacuum leak too. It's super sporadic, and I imagine it's just not happy. As soon as you get into the throttle, though, it's a little better.
But then you get the headliner.
But yeah, then you get the headliner falling down on you, and all the foam disintegrating from underneath of it.
Oh, my eye. Honestly.
And yeah, at part throttle, it's surging. Oh, it's a mess running wise, but we'll fix that. That's okay. I know what to do with that.
Honestly, I'd rather it be missing than have all the headliners fall.
These are notorious for headliner failing, and you can see this one is in a bad way. It's hanging down all around us. The boys are having fun in the back.
Sorta.
We are home. So that took about 51 minutes to get home. I set my other GoPro, and it's running right now, and it made it. So super stoked with that. We're just going to be pulling into the driveway here. I'll walk you guys around it, and then I'm going to start getting it cleaned up. Is it actually going to idle? Barely. Yeah, it doesn't sound good.
It hurts. Shaking.
Let's get out and see what it's doing here. How's that for a sound, huh? Well, it's idling. It didn't idle before.
He was there before.
Here's the engine bay on the Suburban. It does show that it's a 5-liter 305, so it's not a 350. It does have the 700 R4. It's dirty. It needs to be cleaned. It looks like an Excel. Looks like an aftermarket Excel distributor, which I would say that that's probably accurate. Edelbrock transmission, or Edelbrock Performer. Oh, it's got a Wyand intake. Wyand intake. It's got an Edelbrock carburetor. It's a 1404, so manual choke. It does look like it's got a aftermarket distributor in it, which would appear to be an Excel. So yeah, it's got some been upgraded a little bit. Excel distributor. It's got factory manifolds. Do you remember, hopefully I caught it on camera on the way home, but do you remember when I told you that it felt like it had a vacuum leak because it was surging? Look at those caps right there. Look at the cap for one on the right, and then the tube in the middle, and look at how bad those are. I would say that's half the problem, half our battle right there as to why it doesn't want to run. Right, is because of those ginormous vacuum leaks. And then couple that with, it looks like this carb has been leaking fuel out the side. Probably needs a rebuild. And that's probably my biggest issue with the truck, because it fires up good. It actually ran down the road fine. You could tell it was surging, and I'm guessing that half of it is that vacuum leak. So I'm going to replace those vacuum lines. I'm going to replace the PCV over here with a fresh one. And before I do anything else, I'll probably end up rebuilding the carburetor. It's going to need it anyway, most likely. And throw it back on. It looks like it's new enough that it probably has a rebuild in it, I'm hoping. Power brakes. You can see those are the brake boosters low. A little bit low, not too bad. It's got a fresh battery in it. Right there. Napa Legend. It is an air conditioning truck. Probably could use to replace the belts, just because I don't know how old they are. It charged fine the whole way. I don't know what this stuff is here or what it was supposed to be for. Maybe somebody in the comments can tell me what that is. I'm not familiar with some of the electronics on these. I'm actually super stoked that it's a carbureted truck. I had an 87 pickup that was fuel injected, and it gave me a few pieces of trouble, and I just don't know them well enough to know why or what the problem was. So I would rather have a carburetor, because I know how to play with those and I know how to deal with them. Do a little walk around. You can see usually these are rotted out because the battery sits over them. You can see that's not bad at all. It doesn't look like it's rotted. Lower underneath the doors, all this is solid. Look at how clean that is. A little bit of rubbing. These doors start to sag and they rub here. I'll show you the interior in a minute. This door won't open, it won't unlock. I need to fix that. You can see back here, it's not all rotted out. A lot of times these rear panels are done for. The paint sucks. You can see where the paint's coming off, and so you're getting some surface rust, but it's not rusty in this. Normally, I've seen them and I've had them where this is all rusted out, along with this right here, all rusted out and gone. This is just crap paint. I think this is all original paint, it appears. I don't think it's been resprayed. Again, surfaced, it's not rotted out. You can see this is just flaking off. I mean, it's just junk. Probably could have used to sit inside. You know, it'd be nice if it had been undercover, but they don't all get to live that way. Doors are in good shape. They're not all rotted out and disgusting. It's got all of its door panels, even has a spare tire and the cover for the spare tire. It does have the third row seat, which is awesome. This headliner is coming out ASAP. Pretty freaking common for those to just be destroyed, and this one is. So that'll be coming down. Like I said, we'll get into the interior in a few. Let's check this side out. Clean here, clean on this side. I mean, look at that, the paint's still good in there. Paint's good. On the, as far as the, see this door, they start to sag and they hit, which is fine. Well, we can fix that. But yeah, all this is clean, not all rotted out. This is clean. I think with a tune-up, oh, is that leaking because I didn't get it on? Ooh, careful, Ryan, don't break it. Grill's not broke out of it. It still has its factory air dam underneath the front. Usually those are gone. So what's interesting is this is an 86. Year I was born, 1986. And I was born in February. Look at what the plate says for when this was registered. Well, it was probably registered, I don't know, February of 85. I'd have to look and see. But it's February of 86, which is when I was born. That's kind of cool. Same age as me, and just as haggard. One other thing my wife just pointed out to me. Look at what the license plate says. Buy 190. Does that mean I need to buy 190 cars? I think it might. I'm well on my way. Buy 190, born the same time as me. What in the world? Anyway, another thing, it does have all four of its steel wheels and trim rings and hubcaps. Don't often see them with all that still on them. It's a Silverado, half-ton. It has manual windows, power locks, which all but I think one work. This one is not working. I need to figure out what's going on there. That door doesn't want to open. Door panels and door cards are in pretty good shape, really. I mean, they're not nearly as sun-baked as some of them. The dash sucks. That's super common. Welcome to 70s and 80s machines. I love this. This is old school. These get where they're real shaky and loose. This is the classic fix, so they don't wobble around in there or vibrate. Hilarious. Oh, here we go. This is important. I haven't even looked in here yet. These are for the dome lights. We'll move those out of the way. Let's see what this shows. This is phenomenal. One of the things I love about the Chevys of this time period is they did have this. Wow, this one's full. All right, so let's look. Power door locks, front color keyed floor mats, intermittent wiper system, exterior below eye line, that must be trim, electronic speed control, so it's got cruise, 4-speed auto transmission, that's the overdrive, comfort tilt steering, love it, rally wheels, yes, headlamp warning buzzer, all right, deluxe front and rear Silverado equipment, P235 75/15 tires, exterior decor package, blue custom color, center and rear seat power door locks, rear color keyed floor mats, I'm guessing, air conditioning front, rear axle 3.08 ratio, 5-liter V8 gas, 40-gallon fuel tank, power steering, halogen high beam headlights, electronic tuned AM/FM stereo. Back to the tires again, P235 75 15 XLs, standard body, light blue metallic. Dude, this thing is cool. 308 rear gear. It is a highway flyer with the overdrive. No wonder when we were coming home, I was doing 65 and it was doing maybe 1500 RPMs. Phenomenal highway flyer. Not a tow machine. Oh, got a little trim. I'd open this door for you, but I can't because it's not working. It does have the original owner's manual from '86. There's a couple, there's the dome lights, which are no longer up there. This needs to go ASAP, and the cardboard. So that's going to be on my list. Oh, got the mirror. Lovely. Passenger seat's in good shape. Driver's seat is not. Let's keep moving around this machine. Man, it's like, other than the rear gear being high, which is great for highway flying, but not so great for towing, it is exactly what I wanted. All right, in the back, you've got the third row seat, which a lot of them don't come with, or you just don't find them with anymore. Man, it's even got floor mats for the boys in the back. The boys had a great time, as you saw in the video, coming home back here. It's got spots for speakers in the back. This is, I did bring a tool kit. Let's move that out of the way. Let's lift this up. So these seats clip in. Let's get this. There we go. This one clips in there. It does fold, they do all fold flat. This one then clips back. This one over here goes back. There we go. And now you've got your second row. This one's clean in the second row, which is phenomenal. Got all the floor mats. Put that one back there, it matches. Let's see, do we have two matching ones? Yeah, we will. Okay. Ashtrays, floor mats. The carpeting, actually, that floor mat's been on there forever. Look at the color change. I think it's probably always had floor mats with it, which is sweet. Yeah, there we go. You can get the whole back covered in a floor mat, which is pretty awesome. Door panels in the back, clean, good shape. Clean, good shape. Driver compartment, probably the most broken up door panel, and it's not even that bad. It's actually pretty good shape. Pretty good shape. Seat showing its age. I actually really love these. I had these same, or really close to the same seats in a 65 Suburban. If you haven't seen that on my channel, go back and check it out. That truck is awesome. I had the same center console. Love it. Nice to have a spot to put all your junk. Does have a tilt steering wheel. Usually on these trucks, the steering wheel assembly is, especially this age, loose. There's a bolt, a big bolt in here that holds this together, and usually that's super loose. This is not at all. This is tight, nice and tight. Does have, as you saw earlier when we were driving it home, voltmeter, oil pressure, temp gauge. You got your speedometer, 85 miles an hour. This thing will do well over that with that 308 gear. And then fuel gauge. On this side, you've got your temperature controls. This is an AC truck, so it's got the AC system, and then it's got the digital stereo, which didn't seem to work, but maybe we'll play with that. They did add an aftermarket SunPro tack, which I actually think is really cool, this little baby tack. And then that is for the manual choke. Pretty hilarious. I would put an electronic one maybe on it at some point. Does have the center console storage. There's a ton of room in there. This actually, I believe, can flip back. I don't remember how, but usually they can flip back, and there's cup holders for the back seat passenger. It's actually amazing that this is still here and works. Looks like this is for that back door that won't open. It looks like it maybe came off, so I'm gonna have to take that door panel off maybe, and that's gonna be fun to fix, but it is what it is. Let's look in here. The ashtray, it even has its cigarette lighter still in there. Truck doesn't smell like smoke. I don't think it's been smoked in. Steering wheel isn't all sticky. If you know these trucks too, those get sticky and gross. It does look like it does have, it's got delay wipers. I think this is for the cruise control. I didn't try that on the way home. Headlight switch here. You've got your another vent. Oh yeah, that works. It's not all broken, which is crazy. Dash again. It does have a cracked windshield. That'll need to be replaced. Guys, this is pretty sweet. The more I look at it and the more I check it out, the more I'm actually stoked by it. I think with a tune-up and a few minor engine, a little bit of engine work, not engine work, a few minor tune-up things, new wires, new plugs, carb rebuilt, get those vacuum lines replaced. I think the TV cable actually looks like it's loose. I haven't done a lot of TV cable. That's what controls the transmission and when it's supposed to shift. It looks loose for some reason. I'm guessing that maybe isn't the perfect setup. Maybe it is. Maybe it's fine. I don't know. I would like to mess with that. The cruise control is hooked up. It's hooked up to the carburetor, so all that was done right. So I'll be curious to know if that works. Looks like the exhaust at one point was worked on. Those look like fresh, pretty fresh springs in that exhaust. It steers pretty good. The tires are old, so we'll see. Thankfully the hood opens and closes nice. I wish it had anybody have a Silverado hood ornament? I'd probably buy it from you if it's inexpensive. But yeah, stoked. Body's straight, paint sucks. 308 gear, 40-gallon fuel tank. Can you say road trip? I mean, what's not to like? And let's be honest, you guys know that I'm a Dodge fan, but I've also had several Suburbans. I think they're one of the best sport utility vehicles that's ever been produced. It's the longest running nameplate, I believe, of any car, at least American car out there. Check me on that. Let me know. But I believe it's the longest continually running nameplate in cars. And there's a reason for that. Nobody else in this time period really built a rig like it. Dodge sure didn't. Dodge had the Ram Charger and then went to the Durango, but they're small compared to this. Ford's had, Explorers. I don't even think they had that. Broncos, right? Broncos, but they were 2 doors and they were short. You don't see, I don't know that anybody domestically had something like it in its time period. Somebody was saying that maybe Chevy had a patent on the 4-door SUV in this time period. Anybody know anything about that or can cite references on that? I'd be curious. But they're just a rig you don't find from another manufacturer, especially this time frame. I love this decal, that Suburban. It's kind of playful, kind of the different ups and downs, and I think that's one of the coolest decals they put on these rigs. Of course, it's got the obligatory AAA Motor Club, and then looks like the University of California, Santa Cruz. But guys, I've been trying to sell my Mustang. I've got a 99 Cobra. I was looking at SUVs to replace it with, looking at what was I looking at? Oh, I was looking at a Toyota 4Runner. I was looking at a Toyota FJ Cruiser. I've owned an Excursion before. I've had lots of Suburbans. I will tell you, I got this truck super cheap. If the gentleman I bought it from looks up this video, because I told him about my YouTube channel, thank you very much for selling it to me. I absolutely adore it, and I look forward to cleaning it up. It was his dad's truck. His dad had some health issues, had to sell it. It's been sitting for a while, and he was stoked that I was going to take it and do something with it. If this was yours, what would you do? What would you do with this truck? I have some ideas. I think tinting the windows, fixing the headliner, just getting it up to daily driver style status. That's the plan. This is going to be my everyday runabout on the weekends when I'm not driving the hot rods. I think I would like to put a tow hitch on it so I could tow my flatbed trailer, maybe tow the Valiant to autocross events. That's max is 7,500 pounds total. The trailer itself weighs about 2,800. The car, I think the Valiant weighs, I mean, even at most 3,500 pounds, but it's way less than that. So you're looking at about 5,000 or 6,000 pounds. This should be able to tow that just fine with the 305. Just lock out the end with the 308 gear. I can lock out the overdrive, which is what I would do anyway to tow, and it's going to haul down the highway and not really be pulling hard RPMs. So that'll be great. So yeah, tint the windows, headliner, tune up. Got to check these tires, see what year they are. Make sure everything works right like it's supposed to. Clean it back up. And I think I've got a legit daily. It doesn't seem to smoke, even though it does not run real right now. It's not smoking. I mean, I think I got a gem, and I want to say thank you to the guy I bought it from. He really gave me a smoking good deal. I mean, it's just one of those can't pass it opportunities. I love the blue. I love the pinstripe, this factory stripe. Super cool. I'm a big fan of Steelies. It's got Steelies. Nice trim package. I like that it's got manual roll-up windows. I'm not a big fan of electric locks, but that's an easy one. I think I can fix that one on the other side. Guys, just a cool machine. Cool machine. I'm excited about it. Polish it up, tint the windows. What do you think? Should I lower it? I think it needs to come down a little altitude adjustment. I know. I'm gonna ruin it if I lower it, right? 5-lug Steelies, guys, it's cool. All right, let's do a little before and after wash on it. What do you think?